All right. My name is Bernard. I am a editor-photographer for the music review outlet known as the Photo Pit. We are here in the bowels of the Hard Rock Live.
Yeah.
And I think it's an understatement in terms when we walked all the way down here, right?
Up and down all day.
In the bowels of the Hard Rock Live, underneath God knows what at these days here in Orlando, Florida, with the guys from Dead. How you doing today?
What's up?
Great. Hi.
What's up?
Why don't you guys introduce yourself from left to right so everyone knows who everyone is?
Hey, what's up? I'm Matt.
I'm Joe.
I'm Kyle.
I'm David.
All right. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us today. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Let's start off with number one. Let's talk about the tour that you guys are on. So the name of the tour right now is?
This is the Witching Hour tour with New Year's Day, POD, and In This Moment.
All right. Very cool. And what is it that, I guess, what's the big thing about this tour that makes it different than any other tour you've been on so far?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I think it's really diverse. I think like having two bands, that are like more whatever new metal-y, and then a couple of bands that are more like metal with female singers is really cool. It's diverse, but it all mixes together really well, and it makes for a really cool like night, I think, for sure.
Very cool. Now, are you guys opening on each leg of on each stop that you guys are going on? You came in first here.
Yeah. We've been first. New Year's Day just got on a couple shows ago, so it was just three of just us, POD, and In This Moment. And then toward the end of this tour, we go out with POD, just POD, and then Islander jumps on too, actually. So that's that's pretty much like the second half of February.
Nice.
We'll be doing that. So
Nice. And when does the tour actually end?
I think we get home like
The 25th is the last show. The 25th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, for me, I mean, like I said, I've seen you guys back in July of 2017. You've been on the road for a long. It feels like a long time.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah, it feels like a long time.
Not long enough, though.
Not long enough.
Yeah.
Do you prefer to be on? Do you like being on tour all the time?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Why so?
The shows, man. Like, just kind of like the travel. Like, you get to do everything. You're out with your friends. Like, when you're home, you're always waiting to tour again.
I was gonna say, when you guys are not on tour, do you find it hard, like, to kind of not be on the road and like?
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, switch gears and just hang out, be at home when you're home, and then be on the road when you're on the road.
Yeah.
So the now you have your debut album.
Yeah.
Right, Misanthrope.
Yes.
Right. So from what I've seen on the charts, this thing is rocking hot.
Yeah.
And you guys are like pumping up there, and the numbers are great. So I mean, let me ask this much: for your debut album, were you shocked when you saw the response?
I think so. I mean, I don't. It's like you make something that you like, and it's like we've compared it to making food. You make a dish, you put in the things that taste good to you, and you serve it to somebody, and you're like, I don't know, I like it. So but yeah, the reaction's great. I mean, we believe in it, so it makes sense that people like it to us. It's something we worked hard on, and we're people too. So when we like something, usually somebody else will like something. So it's but you can't ever expect like all of the accolades and all of the response and anything. Like, you can't expect, like, when we started this for fun, we were just trying to like make this kind of music for fun because we weren't hearing it, and we're like, we're just going to play at this place called Yucca. We talked about this place, Yucca Tap Room in Arizona, which is like kind of more like a punk rock bar. We're like, we'll just play there on Saturday nights and just for fun. We'll be really heavy, and that's all we're going to do. That's it. And then to be here now, we're at the Hard Rock in Orlando with In This Moment, POD, and New Year's Day. We're just playing. Yeah, it's crazy, and we playing the festivals with Metallica and going out with Korn, and there's no way you could guess that.
Yeah. I was gonna say, so tell the story at least to the fans, for those who may not know. How did you guys get discovered, at least to get signed to a label and get a debut album and rolling out the door?
I had a friend that knew a producer named John Feldman, and we went out there and kind of hung out for an afternoon, and we hit it off. He really liked the sound of Dead, and I was just doing it for fun, and he was just like, wow, you guys are really cool, like, and I didn't think anything of it. We left, the meeting was over, and the rest of the afternoon he was blowing up my phone and was asking me for like links to the videos, links to this, and his, I guess his what's the word? Yeah, MO, like what he's capable of with discovering bands. Right. And I was kind of like, whoa, he's really taking it on to be, he's very interested now. So it was kind of cool.
That's cool.
Everything after that came through him, and then doors just kept opening everywhere we went.
That's cool.
So.
I like hearing stories when you find a band who, they work your way and work hard, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, wait, how did we get here? We're actually here.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
That's like almost everything that's happened since we met John. It feels like we're like, wow, what is going on? But he really made us work really hard when we met him, though. He was like, and it was funny because we were like, man, he's being really hard. I wonder if he's like this. And then he, after like a couple days of writing and being in the studio with him, he's like, all right, cool. I was just making sure you guys weren't a bunch of meth heads. And yeah, right? Yeah, that's exactly what he said. I think we have that on a video somewhere. We were like filming it in the corner because we're all weird, but yeah. So it was. We had to jump through a lot of hoops, and we had to prove to him that we deserved to be there with him, and we obviously did.
You
so,
did, yeah. Did you find recording the album actually? Was it a difficult process for you guys to write it, record it?
No, enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, we did most of it. Yeah, go ahead. You got the mic.
No. I mean, it's so much fun writing the songs. Like he was talking about it, like being a food thing. You just have this like idea in your head, and then it kind of just starts as nothing, and at the end of the day, it turns into this big picture, and you get to, I don't know, critique it. Like I can't draw very well, but I can definitely critique music and work on it all day, and then leave the studio with a good sounding song. And then we just send them back and forth constantly. Like when we're writing, we're really like, we show up to the studio religiously,
Right.
just because it's fun. It's not work.
Because you don't consider it work.
No.
That's interesting. Because I think there's some bands who would probably look at it that way, right?
Yeah.
it's like, we got to go back in the studio, write another album. And
Yeah.
It's not necessarily easy for everyone. I'm
It's
sure.
hard for me to understand, I guess. It works for them because some of those bands are really successful, but it's different for me or us, honestly.
Yeah, and it's just so fun because usually we start everything in the studio because it was just started that way.
Right.
And then when we all get in a room and then we find out if we actually like the song or not when we're all playing it together, and then we usually change things and all that
Right.
kind of stuff. So
Cool. Who's primary writer for songs?
probably David.
Yeah. I think they're pointing at him. Like that guy over there.
Yeah.
So now that the debut album is done and you guys are touring, is obviously another album will be in the works at some point.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Are you guys
finished.
working on anything yet?
It's done right now. It's ready to go.
Is it really?
No,
Oh my god.
Now, yeah, we started. I think we were because we were talking about that. We were both just burnt on the idea of writing. Like we just had nothing. There was no urge or inspiration or anything for it.
Right.
And then this last time we came home from the Pop Evil tour and we had like a month at home for Christmas and whatnot. He was like, yo, I started recording a song, and I was like, that's crazy. I started writing a song, just on my acoustic or whatever. So like, the juices have come back, and glad, like, luckily because we were kind of starting to, to doubt ourselves a little bit. Like, can we still write songs?
Yeah, right. Like, the first CD wasn't a fluke, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, we did write like over 45 plus songs for the first CD. So that's part of the reason. It wasn't just like writing 11 songs and then we were burnt. Like if you write 45 songs plus the demos that never even got finished. So it was like those are songs that were pretty much had vocals and everything done to them.
Right.
So it was a lot of stuff. But I remember even John too. Like when we first met Feldy, we go out to the studio and he invites us back. We went nuts on writing. We wrote like 8 brand new songs in like 2 weeks.
Wow.
And some of them are actually like FMFY made the record, Rope made the CD. So some of them we used. We go out there, like all these songs, and John listens to them and goes, okay, cool. You guys want to write a song right now? Like, you got any new ideas? It's like, oh man.
What about all these ideas? Yeah.
Yeah, what about all the ones in right here?
Right.
It's like, give us a break.
But he just kept pushing us. Like he pushed us a lot and pushed us in different directions too. That's why the CD sounds pretty diverse.
Yeah, and it does. I mean, I have to say, I gave it a listen to at least like twice, 3 times, and it is solid.
Cool.
Solid
Thank you.
music. Absolutely. So I love it. I love what you guys are doing. When you're on stage, it's different than when you hear on the album because I can see your guys' energy when you're live. Do you feel that difference? Right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd say so.
I would say.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
I mean, there's. Go for it. Man. Go for
You're
it.
never ultimately happy with a mix on your record. Like it's great, however great it may be, but you get to recreate it live.
Yeah.
And you're driving the boat. So the record's great. The record is just a reference, though.
Right.
Like we play the show and see it live. That's where the energy's at.
Awesome.
Yeah. So.
That's very cool. So now we'll hopefully, at some point after the tour, work on a new album, get that rolling out.
Yeah.
So what else? What do you guys have in goals for yourselves? Do you have like a set place? Say I want to be here at this point in time. We want to be able to do this
The top.
at the top.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think just anything and everything because you never know where you're gonna fall into, or like where your career is gonna take you. But you want to just go as high as you can with the best, head on your shoulders you can get there.
Cool.
I want to be a 9th degree black belt.
That's you.
At least.
In music.
Yes.
Rock and metal,
9th degree. I want to be
No, in karate.
right? Really? You take karate?
a ninja musician.
He already is one. He's just one.
Yeah. This is
For some reason, I believe that. Totally. Tell our video listeners and watchers now what is it about the band that they may not know about you that would surprise people. Tell me one thing about each of you that they don't know that would surprise.
We're all left-handed.
That's not true.
That would be kind of weird.
I am left-handed.
You are.
I'm ambi.
You're in.
Yeah. Like what they wouldn't expect from us based on the music, you mean? Or,
No, based on
or just-
anything. Like, what is, like, you know, I mean, when they see you on stage, right? So a lot of people see you and it just says, that's how they see you. Is
We're all huge John Mayer fans.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That's
Well, we listen to everything.
Massive Mayer fan. And if Mayer's watching, which he's not, what up?
Yeah, yo Mayer.
You never know. You never know, right?
Never know.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know what else would be like unique. I mean, probably all kinds of stuff, but
Yeah.
Yeah. So
hard to say.
You want to talk about unique? So let's talk about the eyes. Who came up with this concept?
I think it was probably me.
It's you. What,
Well, we
what
were
brought
talking
that on?
about again. It was just in the beginning. We were just having fun with it, but we were just like, let's do something. Let's do something cool. The masks, the masks had already kind of been done. Contacts have been done. I don't know. We just came up with this though. Like, just thought the white would look cool. We talked about doing the black ones. We did the white. It pops a little bit more. Just for fun, dude.
Yeah.
And then once we got them and we all put them in, we looked at each other. We're like, this looks cool. And we love horror movies and we love all that kind of stuff. And it's just like a little bit of a nod to that, a little bit of just a little something to put us into that world.
Very cool. I can say when I first saw you guys as you walked in the media at Chicago Open Air, because on stage you were wearing sunglasses for most of the time, and the first time when you took them off, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, there's something different there. Hang on a second. It's kind of creepy, but it's cool.
That feeling, we love when people react like that, and they'll do that and they'll go, why would you wear the contacts? I'm like, right there.
Right there, yeah. And the one thing I also noticed, for fans who may not have noticed, and hopefully you did that on Misanthrope, you have almost the same way on the art, right? And the cover art with all the eyes.
It is.
Right.
No, yeah, that's us. Yeah, it's supposed to be us.
That's very cool. I like
Yeah.
that.
That is us.
That is us.
Yeah, 4 characters.
Like the Gorillas or whatever, they did that kind of thing, or
Yeah.
Metalocalypse. We just thought that was cool. We the comic book kind of vibe, and a lot of metal. If you look back on the history, they all have iconic things like that. And Iron Maiden, all that art was so cool, and you still see it now. Like Five Finger does that, and some other bands do that, but. Yeah, we just think it's a cool thing.
Is that going to be you think your guys' stick to keep that going?
We don't know yet. I mean, if we feel like it.
I've kicked the idea around. If we can do it right, I'll do it for sure.
Yeah, just depends.
Something iconic, right? So
Just has to feel honest, and if it does, then we'll go with it.
Yeah.
Right. If it evolves, it evolves.
Yeah.
Right. So now what happens after you guys come off tour? What's your plans besides resting up? I'm sure.
Writing songs.
Writing more
Yeah.
songs right away.
Yeah, jamming.
It's always like preparation for tour when you get home. Like, and this time we're just writing songs, but getting merch ready, checking the van, go through go through your checklist of everything you want to make sure that you don't have to do the day before you need to leave for tour.
Right.
I was gonna say, do you guys consider yourselves? Would you consider yourselves workaholics when it comes to the music?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Why do you say it's an understatement?
Because sometimes I stay up for 30 hours straight working on a song. Because I can't leave the room, and I'll promise him. I'll be like, dude, I got a new song for you. Got this sick mix. It's coming to you in an hour. Oh my God. In 3 hours, he'll text me and he'll be like, yo, what's up, dude? Is the song coming? I'm like, just 30 minutes. And then I'll finally send it to him at 8 in the morning.
Oh wow.
But we stay up all night. We're vampires.
I'm not
so it's
surprised
all
by
good.
that.
Yeah.
I got the sense you guys were probably the night lovers.
There's plenty of times he'll text me back at 8:15. He goes, oh, dude, the song's jamming.
It's like, oh no. So you'll go home, you'll do some more writing and more songs. And when do you have plans yet for a release date on a second album? Or
No,
you just
no.
really
That-
kind of down the road?
We just released the Hate Me video, single and video, and so we're still focusing on touring and all that kind of stuff. That we'll really get into that. We just want to write. We just want to record, demo, be creative over time. We don't want to try to cram it into 3 months and be like, okay, shit, we got to make an album.
Right.
It wants to be like the first album where we wrote it over a couple years or whatever, and there was no pressure. It was just fun. It was creative, and I think that makes for better music.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
And our first album isn't even a year old yet. So I mean,
It's 7 months old.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
pretty new.
so I mean, if we release another record now, that'd be a disservice to our first
album.
album.
That, though. You'd be surprised, right? Artists have done stuff like that.
I just want to get to. There's so many cities, even tonight, we've never played, and
Yeah.
I like the idea of maybe playing them a couple of times before we're worried about CD2, but we're always writing in the middle, and then I wouldn't put it past us to take 6 months to a year off to do a CD again.
You never know. Seriously, yeah. Until it's right, we want it to be right.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff too that didn't make the album that we go back and look at, and we're like, that could be
should've been on there.
reimagined,
Yeah.
so we'll probably go back and re-record them or write them a little bit differently, or just maybe they're perfect already. I don't know, but
Right.
yeah.
Good for you guys. It's exciting. I mean, I think it's exciting that here you are in this album that is just so, as you said, it's like, what, 7 months old now, and you guys are still, rocking through, and everyone's like, oh my God, who are these guys? Look at what's going on. And, when I looked at all your, your chart numbers and your singles of the stuff that your publicist sent me, I'm like, and there's this bullet list, and it's huge.
It's crazy. Yeah.
And it's just like, well, I mean, I mean, from your perspective, I can understand it's crazy. I think it shows how hard you guys work.
Thank you.
And how how much metal that the people love of what you're providing to the fans.
Right.
Yeah,
Our team too, like our label, like John, our producer, Shirtone, like CAA, like everybody that's getting behind it. I mean, that makes a big difference. Having like a strong team that believes in you, that you can work with, and like that's a huge thing. It's not
big
just
support
us.
team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, behind the scenes, everybody kills it. So
Yeah.
it works out. Even who we bring out with us, even everybody we keep around us is just constantly killing it. So, and if they weren't, then
Manager Dave.
I was gonna say,
Dick Kowalski over here killing it.
As he's shaking his
We
head.
got LD50 out here. We got Alex.
LD50,
out here.
Alex.
We got our videographer Chris kills it for us. We surround ourselves with good people that that are cool, and that we know there's no bullshit, because that's how we are. So it's good.
Awesome. So if you had your dream tour, who would be your dream tour?
Alive or dead?
Alive or dead?
Nice.
John
Wait,
Mayer.
alive or dead?
John Mayer.
No, like not the band or anything.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, like, can I want to say like Pantera.
Yeah, can we? Yeah, I think that Pantera would be on all of our lists. It would probably be Slipknot, and Pantera, and Korn would probably be the headliners, and we could just open
That'd
up.
be insane.
Yeah.
Just total new metal all the way through, right?
Yeah, it'd just be, and maybe Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, Rage Against the Machine would be sick.
I mean, I bet there'd be all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah. What? So with the rest of the tour that's coming, what should the fans be expecting from you guys on the rest of this tour? Tell them why they should come out to see you guys.
Yeah, just we're gonna bring a lot of energy. We're gonna go
Super rowdy on stage.
we're gonna wild out. We're gonna wild out. If you want to come out and wild out, this is the place to do
It's
it.
not just us going nuts. We have you guys go crazy too.
Right.
It's a lot of crowd interaction. It's a lot of jumping and sweating and moving
Right.
and pitting and all kinds of stuff.
Whether you want to or not, I'm gonna make you.
So,
Right. It's time for the fans to let a little steam off, things like that. They can experience that with us. We can do that together.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, what last words do you have for our watchers and viewers today, for either about the band, whatever on your mind, about the tour, the new album?
Yeah,
Still
well,
it.
we're going to be hitting Los Rages Festival 420. That's going to be dope. We got a bunch more of announcements tour. Looking at going overseas as well, the UK. More festival announcements as well. Our single "Hate Me" is on sale right now for 69 cents on iTunes and Amazon, wherever you get it. And go and interact with us on our socials. Like, we run them ourselves. So, Dead Official on Instagram and Facebook, and then We Are Dead on Twitter. Say what up, say hi, stay in touch.
All right. Well, guys, thank you very much for the time tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you,
really
man.
Appreciate it. All right, take care.
Thank you.